What are the signs that you are going through a spiritual awakening right now? We're going to explore two of these today in this video, and I can relate to these. Hard. I can relate to these so hard. Gone through them many years ago when I had my awakening. These came with like this all like kind of happened in a quite a loud, extravagant way in my mid-20s. Was the time when I went through my first like oblivion of what feeling like something within me was waking up. That's probably the best way to describe it, and I'm sure you can relate to this. There's like this budding of something happening within me, and back then I was definitely a lot less conscious than what I am now. I feel myself so much more conscious, so much more, obviously, because I'm 41 now, 25 then. I really hope I'm a little bit more conscious these days, for sure. But we're going to explore them. And the two main ones I'm going to focus on today are pain and the thirst for spiritual knowledge. And let's break these down. Let's start with pain. Pain and discomfort seems to be the precursor to awakening. I heard a guru once say, suffering takes us closer to God. And for whatever reason, we don't need to go into that much more, but it appears to be that is very, very true. There's a deep truth to that saying, that suffering takes us closer to God. And it appears to be that we have an like a culmination, of something within us which gets to like this breaking point. And we could look at it from a positive and negative charge. And we have this buildup of negative charge within us, which is from an individual standpoint, but also massively collective, which has been collected over over eons of time. And this negativity we can feel and experience in our path, in our story right now, by physical and emotional pain. And it's the culmination of eons of time, way beyond the life that we are experiencing now. It all seems to kind of come to this boiling pot of pressure, almost like energetic pressure within us, which then reaches a breaking point. And then as individuals, I'm sure you can relate to this, we have this point where like something energetically has to give to tip us over the balance, shall we say, the energetic balance to shift into a predominantly more negative, more positive charge, And once again, energy is impersonal. It's not good and bad. We've got to transcend it. We've got to step past the mind construct of good and bad. When I say negative and positive, it's not saying good or bad. It's just talking about it from an energetic standpoint, from physics. We can just see there's this polarity of negative and positivity. And it appears to be that humankind, as a species, we've navigated through intense amounts of negativity. And that negativity has essentially come from the journeying from our splitting off from the animal kingdom with the functions of our brain. Negative charge would essentially more predominantly come from the animal brain aspect of ourselves. And it's this amalgamation of the evolution of the brain which then guides us into the world of the spirit, into love, forgiveness, and peace. Whereas when we're more in the animal brain has run on fear, anger, and those denser emotions of negativity. And that's the oldest part of ourselves. And one we're in the process of transcending at the minute, due to this evolutionary development of, we can specifically say, our brain, but our whole being is like breaking off, this shedding of a skin. And it's the culmination of all that energy from the animal brain, the development of the animal brain, and the evolution of that, which has built up this negative charge within us. I hope you're with me. I'm going off on a bit of a like different, going off on one here, but I'm enjoying it. Let's just keep going, man. Let's just keep going. So as individually, we are, or our individual evolution is this shedding the animal brain, skin, energetic amalgamation going on within us, and bringing it like boom into your life right now. This all culminates in that moment where we feel intense. It can be physical pain, it can be emotional pain, then to go to the deeper, we can call it spiritual pain. To such a degree that it starts to precipitate new choices to be made. And those new choices come in the form of choosing a different thought process, different thought patterns inwardly. The thought patterns that are generated by the animal brain become less and less appealing. The ones about control, the ones about revenge, the ones about anger, the ones about all that gnarly, heavy, dense thought patterns that come with the animal brain. We then start to want to tune into those higher frequency thought patterns. And with those thought patterns comes different habits and behaviors with our thinking, our words, and our actions. And all of that comes from the discomfort that we're experiencing in this moment. It precipitates a whole new, different stage of shifting into a different level of consciousness through this spiritual path that we're on right now. And this is a beautiful segue into the next one, into number 2. And that is the thirst for spiritual material. And with this breaking away from the animal brain, we'll keep that conceptual model going. This breaking away, and we're going into this like higher vibrational capacity. We're shedding that lower vibrational skin, going into a high vibrational self. The start of that journey very much starts to tee up a thirst for higher vibrational material. And this is when you'll start to realize that your vibration is rising, because this only happens when your vibration is rising, because you start to attract in information that's congruent with those vibrational faculties within you, which are sparking off like neurons within the brain, just like this. I'm just using these as like visual illustrations of how we can kind of piece this together as a picture. But because you're going through this shedding of the skin that's intertwined with the animal brain, and we're going into this high vibrational rising within us, we start to obviously attract in material that's in line with that. And with that comes a thirst for knowledge, a thirst for lost knowledge. And this is when we start to have access to lost knowledge that not many people are reading. You'll find this, and this I've spoken about the hermit phase of the spiritual awakening, and this kind of goes hand in hand with that as well. You'll go through a moment where you want to just be like a hermit almost. You want to just stay in, just like absorb all this information. You feel like a sponge, soaking it all up. You just want it so much. You're just like, oh my God, I can't stop listening to it. I can't stop reading it. I want to read stuff on repeat. I want to listen to stuff on repeat. And you kind of go into a little bit, there's a bit of obsession going in as well. The spirit has its element of obsession with it, a quality of obsession, which isn't from a negative stance. It's from this, just a thirst. This thirst that can't be quenched, and you just dive into it, man. You dive into it because you know deep down this is feeding your spirit and the deeper aspects of yourselves. And it's all working in the interplay of you shedding this layer of skin that is going on right now. And when you look at all of this, take a step back and look at the full context of everything that's happening here, you're like, wow, man, you can't help but be compassionate. You can't help but be grateful that all this is going on amongst all the pain, amongst all the discomfort, amongst all the confusion that we will naturally experience. Because if you go through all of this and you're attracting all this in, you're reading all this stuff that not many of the people seem to be reading,
Your family are wondering what the hell's going on. When you talk about it, you could be dropping stuff in. They're like, what does that, what, what? So this leads to a feeling of isolation, confusion, the feeling of on the deep, like an evolutionary stance of stepping away from the tribe, like stepping away from your tribe, what you think it's been up to this point, and stepping into the unknown. This is the courageous moment of us stepping into the unknown, is this shedding of the skin, shall we say. So really those work hand in hand. The ones that we've said about today, that we've explored, is that bursting and pressure cooker point of inward energetic negativity, which leads us into these moments of intense pain, which then precipitate the shift in vibration, which then starts to change and start to attract in all that you need to help guide you through this process. You're not only information, but tools, techniques. We use breath work as a great example. That's been gifted to us as one of the tools to help humankind, help mankind process through this evolutionary step, to help us with the aches and pains and the confusion, to help clear the path energetically. Clear that path energetically, ironing out those vibrational discords that are going on within us due to our ancestral, collective, and individual journey, our energetic journey. We're on this energetic journey that we're going on. So with all of this, with all the changes, expect to see different people turn up, different situations turn up, different circumstances to turn up. Through this, whilst this is all being reflected back at you, the change that's being reflected back at you. Woo. So if you're going through this right now, sending you so much love. I feel blessed and happy for you that you are going through this, because it's a magical time. There's something within you that's budding, breaking through, that wants to break through, that's ready for you to step up into your highest, into your greatest version within this life. So let's capitalize on this. See this as a really profound opportunity in your eternal journey as spirit within this life, because it is. This is, if you're getting all this and if you're feeling these signs and these are happening right now, this is a major sign to that your eternal spirit is communicating with you and has chosen this life for you to really break through and do some profound work that's going to not just help you in this life, but as you step into the unknown, into the future, which is now. Stepping into the eternal now, more so. But sending you so much love, my friends. Sending you so much love. This is Alex. Yes, nervous system coach, helping you transform your energy so you can begin actualizing your ideal life and also actualizing this higher self capacity of yourself. Sending you so much love, my friends. And do you know what? I can't already wait to see you in the next video.